What is up guys, my name is Talhan, you're watching Gadget Sphere. So this is the Poco X6 Pro, top 5 things you need to know before you buy this smartphone. So let's just talk about the number one thing, which is, should you buy this smartphone for long-term use or not? So believe me guys, this is by far the smoothest smartphone I have used under the price of 30,000 Indian rupees. It is super duper fast, the app opening speed is just fantastic, and everything you do at the smartphone, it just flies at that. So yeah, believe me, in terms of app opening speed and other stuff, it's not gonna disappoint you. Even in gaming, this is gonna give 90 FPS in BGMI for a long time. So many people were asking about the second thing I'm going to talk about is actually the battery life. Now people said that the battery life is really average in this smartphone, but they are quite wrong, and let me tell you why. First of all, I always use my smartphone a lot, and even if I show you in battery, I'm gonna show you, look at that, it's 4 hours and 51 minutes average I have used this smartphone, and still it is left, like 71% is left. Now many people might think like I might have charged, and yes, I have charged, but only like 10 minutes, and still like this smartphone is an all round all day phone without any problem. And with the fact it charges at 67 watt, you're never gonna be disappointed in terms of the battery life. So yeah, great performance, great battery life, two things are cleared. Let's just talk about the third thing, which is actually the performance in terms of the scores and Geekbench. So I've actually just installed Geekbench 6 in this smartphone. So I'm gonna run the test and show you how good the scores are in terms of benchmarking. So this is the Geekbench score I got, and I think it's quite surprising. Like wow, the single core is kind of average, I would say. It's as good as a Pixel 7 Pro, but the multi-core is incredible, 4400, which is actually better than the 8 Plus Gen 1. As you guys can see, this is the 8 Plus Gen 1, and this is the Poco X6 Pro, 4497, and here's 4100. So yeah, it does show you that this is actually gonna be super awesome for like even after years, and for gaming, everything is gonna be fine. Now many people talked about the overheating issue, which is the fourth point I'm gonna talk about in today's video, is actually overheating. And believe me guys, overheating is actually present in this smartphone, but still if you compare it to the iPhones, like even my iPhone 12 heats up a lot, like even in day-to-day use it heats up, whereas this smartphone is super duper cool. If you are like browsing the web and doing other stuff, it's not gonna heat up, and it's quite fine. So yeah, there's no as such overheating issue as many people say it is. Like there's no issue at all, it's normal, and yeah, this smartphone handles overheating pretty well, so no problems whatsoever. But yes, in Warzone, specifically in that game, I can tell you that it does heat up a lot, like literally a lot. So it becomes at the point where you just can't hold your smartphone, but that happens only in Warzone, and I know because of the reason, because it's a new game and they're still, you know, in beta. So that's the reason. But other than that, like if you're gonna play PUBG or like other games like Apex Legend, nothing is gonna happen. It's super duper smooth and awesome. So now let's just talk about the last factor, which is the cameras. Now many people actually wanted me to test the cameras, so let's just do it. Now let's just talk about the cameras. In terms of the cameras, this smartphone, I said like it's not the best, but guys, believe me, I have actually compared this smartphone with the iPhone 12 to actually give you a reference why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I can tell you that this smartphone also captures great images, especially the selfie is like my favorite. Like I always talk about the point, like yeah, the selfie camera is actually, according to me, better than the iPhone. Even like, yeah, it's actually better than the iPhone. It just takes awesome selfies. Although the selfies are a bit soft, but the skin tone, the colors, the timing, everything, it just gets right. And as you guys can see, even my mic is very well, you know, detailed in the selfie camera. So in terms of the selfie camera, I'm just quite surprised. And this is the back camera sample I've taken from the smartphone. It might look like phenomenal from the smartphone's screen. I can tell you it's not the best, because if you compare it with the iPhone 12s and other iPhones, it's not that great. But again, you just can't compare a normal Poco phone with the flagship of the flagship, but still this performs really well in day-to-day use. And here are the samples, and as you guys can see, even in the samples, the photos are actually quite good. They're not as expected. Like the iPhone does produce better colors and sharpness at points, and even better dynamic range, but I would say like if you're gonna pick only the smartphone and not gonna compare it with other phones, then this is actually quite good. It's quite capable, and yeah, the camera setup is just amazing. Sometimes it does overexpose, like in this area, as you guys can see, there's overexposure, so that is one thing, but normally it just takes awesome images and videos. So yeah, I think it's still gonna be worth it, even if you're looking for good cameras. But that was pretty much it. Tell me in the comments below more things you want to know about this Poco X6 Pro, and I would be more than happy to share it with you guys. That's it, hope you like it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, peace out.